begin, please allow us to reduce ourselves.
Los Payasos Mendigos were born in 1992. Rudy and Dave had a contract at the Oregon Country Fair, and they asked me if I wanted to join them and create a three-man show. Dell'Arte then invited us to play at the Mad River Festival, which was the early years of the festival, before they had any quality control.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
We had actually two proposals. One proposal was a commedia piece, and the other one was to do a clown piece. Luckily for us, we had kind of a blueprint with a company that Joe had formed years before, the Abbots of Unreason.
I saw these three guys, which was Joe, Rudy, and David, performing, and I don't even remember where. It may have been the country fair in Oregon, and I saw them performing, and I thought, this is so absolutely ridiculous and stupid that I would love to be a part of this somehow.
One of the influences of the group in the early forming were classic comic formula characters of a 1, 2, 3. And then also the idea that we wanted to do something that was influenced by the Latino culture of California. And since one of our members comes from Mexican heritage, that influenced the bilingual aspect of our work.
The name Los Payasos Mendigos, I came up with the name. I think we wanted something exotic, and we knew Los Payasos was the beginning, and we just didn't know what Los Payasos what.
We discovered later that the word mendigos has two different meanings, depending on how you say it. If you say mendigos or mendigos, one is a descriptive term, and the other is an insult.
We are Los Payasos Mendigos, which is Spanish for the beggar clowns, or in some parts of Mexico, the stupid idiot clowns.
I suggested the bald caps, and each of us, tried on different hairstyles. This was something that I had used when I was with the Ringling Brothers circus. It opens your face up and gives you more possibilities for expression. But we still didn't know what we would wear, what would the costume. We wanted something that would show off the line of our bodies so we could play around with our physicality. And then Rudy, by chance, discovered a box of spandex in the costume department at the Humboldt State University. And the great thing about the spandex was, as soon as you put it on, you just felt funny. And you just looked ridiculous.
Guapo! The handsome one!
This was rumored to be leftovers from a Madonna tour. We all had a great love and respect for circus, vaudeville, and the old silent film comedians.
Harold Lloyd, of course, Charlie Chaplin.
The classic comedy acts, the Three Stooges, the Marx Brothers.
W.C. Fields. I remember watching W.C. Fields and it blew my mind because I had no idea who this guy was.
If you could imagine the Three Stooges meets the Mexican circus.
Estúpido! Estúpido! ¡Ay! Estúpido!
Dell'Arte, School of Physical Theater.
Some of us had worked with the organization and the company as teachers and performers, and also came through as students. And our interest in doing physical comedy work is what inspired us to put a group together.
The more absurd the idea sounded, the more likely we were to adopt it and try it.
The world of the payaso really requires that you corta el jamón, that you cut the ham, and you get to the essence.
Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes in life you do things just because you have a cape.
We usually only had a few weeks to put together these shows, and so you tended to work really fast. You tended to say yes to things that maybe if you'd thought about it a little more you might not have agreed to do.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis.
Our philosophy was always to be really silly and stupid, to have a foundation of something that was really absurdist, but that we were totally committed to it.
You just had to say, okay, yes, there's a bag of carrots, let's, in the corner over there, let's make a show with that. Put that horse puppet on. Yeah, that thing looks funny. What are we going to do? I don't know, you're eating a banana, let's light the banana on fire and you'll jump over that. Because the idea of jumping over a banana flambe sounds pretty funny.
Content of our show is quite simple. We say we're going to do something and we do it. We do it in a stupid way, or we do it in the payaso way.
Los Payasos Mendigos would now like to present, for the finale of the first act, live on our stage, the Battle of Midway.
We wanted to be irreverent. We wanted to create a format where we could be silly.
I just thought, wow, I really want to do that. That's what I really, really want to do.
The flame retardant one came about because, one, I was diving through this hoop of fire, so I was the fireproof one, but that sounded too cool for Payasos. We wanted something that was a bit more ridiculous. And I remember when I was a kid, on our mattresses, there was this little label, and it said, "This mattress is flame retardant." And I was, 5 or 6 years old and didn't understand what it meant, so I asked my mom, and she said, it means that it's fireproof. So I always thought that was really great, because if the house caught on fire, I could just kind of lay on my mattress and I wouldn't get burned.
Me llamo Lupita. Es el nombre de mi mamá. Guadalupe Tinajero Galindo. Lupita es mi nombre.
And Lupita is short for Guadalupe, which is my mother's name. I don't play my character as a gay man, acting swishy. In fact, of the four of us, if you saw us in a dark alley, you would probably not want to fight me. For the most part, my character likes to move, likes to dance.
New Jersey and I went to Catholic school, and just that sort of insanity of that kind of repression brought out this other side in people.
Tiptoe through the tulips, through the window, that's where I'll be. So tiptoe through the tulips with me.
I always hung out with funny people. I hung out with a lot of Irish kids who were telling jokes, and I just remember laughing a lot.
Wapo, wapo,
Wapo! 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 Wapo!
hey!
Wapo!
My role in the group, I would say, is the simpler of the four characters.
Wapo! Put the watermelon on your head!
I don't know what I was thinking.
My role is kind of, I don't know, I think to represent the childish innocence of play. And silliness. A lot of the times the role of the other performers in the troupe is to rein me in. I can potentially go off in any direction I want to.
Flaming razor, your machete!
This is my favorite part.